Coming up right now, a St. Louis high school locks the doors on students who protest in solidarity with the Parkland, Florida school shooting. Plus, don't rule our president Oprah just yet. She's waiting for that higher power sign. Daily Flash starts right now.
Hi everyone, I'm Warren Wright, and please say hello to my co-host Anakin Costas and George Diaz.
Hello everyone.
Oh, you guys, there's so many good stories today.
There are
so much to chat about. And George is back.
And George is here. I'm
What's
so
up,
happy.
I'm surprised you guys could see me.
Camouflaging.
Right?
And the shoes match, you know, it's like the drapes match the, what is it? That's that saying?
The carpet matches
Yeah.
the drapes.
Carpet
Yeah.
matches. Look at these.
I am so jealous of those shoes.
Oh,
'cause
I'm
those-
sure. Yeah.
They're Duke and Dexter. And I was
don't know
talking
what
about
that
them
is.
with Hugo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they are like they're the coolest shoes. Handcrafted
I
in
love 'em.
Great Britain and London, and they ship them to you
Duke
because
and Dexter send Warren some shoes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, look how he's
clearly,
like saying, he's like,
clearly, that's
I'm
what
a
I want.
fanboy.
We'll just.
But I don't have the bank account of this guy, so this
Bank
is why he
account
gets
of
to
this
have
guy.
them. Oh well, you know, I do
Look at
my
those
best.
shiny shoes, Warren. Get out of here.
Right.
Charol.
I don't know what that means.
You know, we try. I mean, when you have this guy coming up,
Yeah.
you got to bring your A
You know
game.
what? I am sandwiched between two studs and I am happy.
You're
Hey, girl.
you're
I am
loving it.
happy,
You're loving it.
yes.
Okay, there are some people that are not happy. Maybe some teachers and school superintendents. No, I don't know. We're going to talk about this. We'll explain why.
Yep.
A St. Louis high school wouldn't allow students to return for the rest of the school day after they walked out to protest gun violence. The St. Louis Post-Dispatch reported that more than 100 students at Riverview Gardens High School participated in the walkout. However, school officials told students they wouldn't be allowed to return to campus or ride school buses home if they took part in the protests. Some of the students tried to return to campus but were turned away by officials. Many students also said officials threatened to suspend them if they walked out, but an administrator disputed those claims. Students at schools across the country have been holding walkouts in protest of gun violence since the mass shooting at a Parkland, Florida high school earlier this month that left 17 people dead. Several colleges and universities have said, you know what, applicants, don't worry. If anybody takes any disciplinary action against you for protesting gun violence, it won't impact your admissions. You know what? We're going to keep that clear. In fact, it'll probably help you, I guess.
Good.
What do you think about this? I mean, do you think that school administrators need to say, hey, this is a great way for these students to let off some steam in a productive way? Because this is a really scary situation.
Definitely.
I do.
I do too. I really feel the same way.
I think they need that as an outlet. I think there's so many lessons in it for them too.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
something you can't find in a book. They're experiencing this in real time, firsthand.
And that's a really good point,
Yeah.
because a good teacher would find a way to talk about
Of course.
civil protests
And things that
find
have happened in the past.
coordinate
Segue
it through
into
history.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is the moment to do this. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the moment to be like, okay, no, you can't do that, or because you did this, we're going to punish you in this way.
Right.
It's like, especially after what happened, it's ridiculous.
And I just feel like these adults don't understand what these kids are going through. They're 18, so they've known nothing but Columbine their entire life, and they know that they're sitting ducks in high
Right.
schools, and
Yeah.
it's like these adults just don't get it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
It's
they don't.
absolutely true. And as much as you want to, you know, understand how they feel, you're not the one sitting in that classroom. Every time a
Yeah.
door opens suddenly in an unexpected, they have to be scared.
I wrote this on Instagram this morning. When children behave like leaders and leaders behave like children, you know change is coming.
Oh yeah. Well, I hope you're right, and that's exactly
kinda
what's
deep.
happening. That is
kinda
exactly
deep,
what's
Warren.
happening. That's bottom
Deep
of
side
the
of the
ocean.
pool.
That is bottom of the
That's
ocean.
Mariana's Trench.
Absolutely.
All right, Housing and Urban Development Secretary Ben Carson said he would cancel an order for an expensive furniture set for his government office after it sparked ethics concerns and controversy in light of the agency's proposed budget cuts. HUD spent more than $31,000 in taxpayer money on a dining table and chairs for Carson's office in Washington, exceeding the $5,000 federal limit on office decor. The New York Times and The Guardian reported this. Carson told CNN he initially wasn't aware of the purchase. He said he looked for new furniture after he was told the dining set located in a meeting room adjacent to his office was beyond repair. A former HUD official, Helen Foster, alleged she was reassigned because she raised concerns about the purchase. The House Oversight Committee chairman asked HUD to provide documents pertaining to office redecorating and Foster's reassignment.
Has this guy ever heard of Rooms to Go?
Yeah, right.
Because you don't need a $31,000 dining room table.
Wow.
Well, I mean, unless you have a mansion.
It doesn't matter. I
Or
mean,
unless it's one of your
Rooms to Go
buddies.
has nice stuff. Rooms to Go, send me stuff. No,
Hey, no, you know what?
seriously, they have nice things.
Of course, yeah.
You know, again, there's Rooms to Go, and then there's $31,000. There's a middle, happy
There-
medium there too.
Like George has something to say.
Definitely something up right now, right? It definitely has to be that it was like one of his buddies making the furniture, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
You
You
know,
think so?
like it's one of his buddies, and he's like, oh,
Cronyism.
how much is this? Oh, it's
No, you know what it is?
$31,000.
Like all these appointees of Trump's, they all behave like they're in some kind of little fiefdom. I mean, come on, they've all like taken these private jets, they've abused, air privileges and all that. Is this par for the course as far as I can
Yeah.
see?
It's raining money.
Fat
It's raining
cats,
money.
fat cats.
And guys, police responded to a disturbance call at Tori Spelling's Los Angeles home.
Uh-oh.
LAPD received a call for service to Spelling's address, the nature of which the disturbance is yet not known. An officer tells people the situation ended up being a domestic incident and that no crime was committed. He could not confirm who made the call, but according to audio dispatch call obtained by The Blast and TMZ, the issue involved a female with a possible mental illness. TMZ reports that the mother of 5 called the police because she thought that there was someone breaking into her house, but it turned out to be her husband, Dean McDermott, coming home after work, apparently, but this isn't the first time that the police has been called to their home.
You
So-
look at them, and every time I see those kids, I'm thinking these are the future guests of Jerry Springer. They're a hot mess as a couple. The kids, poor things, are a product of their environment, obviously. I just don't even know what's going to happen there.
And you know who to blame.
Yes.
Who?
Candy Spelling.
Candy Spelling.
Oh,
who
is
was
that
so,
who it is?
Yeah.
Candy
you know
Spelling?
Yeah.
what? It's
Come on.
Sometimes.
That wedding cake of a house that she grew up in. I mean, that was ridiculous.
and all the weird dolls.
Yeah,
That would
it's
creep
like-
me out
Yeah,
to no
creepy.
end.
Creepy.
Tori definitely looks like the mom that gets like drunk at the baseball games and starts
Oh,
yelling.
for sure.
And everybody's like, kick her out,
Yeah, for
Weird.
sure. And slurring.
Yes, slurring.
Well, you know
Oh,
what?
come on.
So, talking about women who keep it together, let's talk about Oprah, right?
Oh,
We all love Oprah.
yes, Lady
Oprah,
O.
Yeah. She's revealed that only God could convince her to run for president in 2020.
Wow.
The talk show host has been touted for the run at the presidency since she made her inspiring Golden Globe speech to a standing ovation and thunderous applause. Winfrey's longtime partner, Stedman Graham, then fanned the speculation when he told reporters that she would absolutely do it. Winfrey revealed that amid all the presidential chatter and offers to finance her campaign, she went into prayer to seriously contemplate whether she could run. I pay attention, and when you have that many people saying something, I thought, gee, I never in my life ever thought I would be in politics. I've always said no. But I'm at least supposed to look at that question, right? Well, yeah, I think so, Oprah. And I went into prayer. God, if you think I'm supposed to run, you got to tell me. And it has to be so clear that not even I can miss it. Winfrey said that so far, she hadn't gotten that. What do you think?
Well, only Oprah could like dictate to God.
Yeah, like, God, come down. You know
No.
those things with that Moses and the 10 Commandments? I need 2 big
I don't want her to
tablets like that saying, Oprah, run.
I don't want her to run.
No, I think we
I
need somebody.
love Oprah.
I do too.
And you know when she did that show about like behind the scenes, I fell in love with her even more after that. I
Yeah.
thought like she's an amazing woman.
Oh, yeah, I love her,
but
too.
Government is too complicated.
Yes.
You need experienced people.
And
like
we
The Rock.
already-
Can we not learn from the lesson we're experiencing today?
Right.
All right, well, Miami school superintendent accepts a new position with the city of New York just to turn it down on live TV. And former President Obama reveals that ball is life. See which NBA team he would want to play with. These stories and a lot more. It's happening today, right here on Daily Flash.
Welcome back. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio announced that Alberto Carvalho would be the new leader of the city's schools. It seemed like a done deal until Carvalho backed out on live television the next day. Carvalho, who is currently the superintendent of schools for Miami-Dade County Public Schools, is largely seen as a rising star in education. De Blasio's decision to tap him was widely praised, but Carvalho has had a change of heart. He said at a televised meeting with the school board of Miami-Dade County, the first 3 hours of the meeting had had been dedicated to board members and community members, making emotional pleas for Carvalho to stay. Carvalho said the promise he had made to the children of Miami was more important than his agreement with de Blasio's administration. De Blasio had released a statement the day before in which he called Carvalho a world-class educator with an unmatched track record of success.
Wow.
I
High
don't know.
praise.
Well, it's obvious why all the mothers in Miami didn't want him to leave.
Nah.
I don't.
Why you go
Sorry,
there, Warren?
Alberto.
Super hot.
Don't
They were
love
like,
him.
what, you don't love him?
No.
You
I don't love him. I think that he's been unfair in, with some, some of the charter schools that are doing an amazing job. And I think that we can coexist. There is a role for all types of education.
You're one of the
in
charter
this country.
supporters.
I am a charter supporter because
public school boy,
I've
so.
seen the benefits of it. I've seen children thrive. They have great teachers, principals. Listen, I just happen to have firsthand information. Whatever.
man.
You guys don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
but let's
not
get
gonna
into like
solve
the
this.
juicy stuff.
Why are you hating?
Let's get into the juicy stuff. Why would he turn down a job after he accepted it? Because you got a raise. It had nothing to do with people. People could
Bingo.
plead in front of you, and you're just like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go make a lot more money somewhere else. It's like
I mean, he
somebody
hasn't
went up to
played.
somebody's like, stay and we'll,
De Blasio got played.
Yeah,
yeah.
and he's so embarrassed because he's got egg on his face.
Yeah.
But you know what? What
I
does
don't think
this
that's
tell you
embarrassing.
about somebody like this? He really can't be trusted. He's wishy-washy.
Oh my gosh.
You don't commit to something and then back out. That's
You do.
not
They
like,
offer you a lot more money.
No, that's not the case. If you're like a manager at Walmart and they make you district manager and you say, no, never mind, I'm just going to say manager, that's different. This is a really big deal. This is a really big deal.
I kind of have to agree with Anna on this.
Yeah.
Like that seemed kind of unprofessional.
It is
Unless
very
he told them
unprofessional.
beforehand, right? And then, I mean, yeah, you're right. Maybe.
And once again, Anna is right. Thank you for joining us. That will be all for today.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're going to continue with some breaking. Is this breaking news? Nah. Barack Obama, the basketball-loving former president, said that he'd play for the San Antonio Spurs if he were an all-star free agent in the NBA. That's definitely breaking news. The declaration prompted a funny response from the Spurs coach, Greg Popovich, at an MIT Sports Analytics conference in Boston. Obama said that as a player, he would seek out the 5-time champion Spurs because they satisfy his checklist for ideal organizations. Obama's shout-out did not go unnoticed by the Spurs coach, who happens to be a critic of President Trump and a socially conscious fellow as well. He also has a sense of humor. That's why he said, that's very flattering, Popovich said. I'd have to go and do a background check on him, though, because, I've heard some things about what he's done in the past, and he's not very good. So I can't remember where I heard these things, but I do have to do a background check.
Good thing Jared Kushner doesn't want to go be on the team.
He doesn't have enough
Can you
clearance.
imagine? He does
He'd
not
be on
have
the
the
bench.
skills.
He'd
I'm
be
pretty
on the
sure he
bench.
has no skills, but definitely no skills.
Definitely be on
court.
the
So what
bench.
team would you be on?
Oh, I'm a hometown boy. I'd
The
have to go for the
Heat,
Heat,
man.
of
The
course.
Heat.
100%.
And if you could be a cheerleader, what team would that be on?
Cheerleader?
What team? Yeah, you'd be a great cheerleader. Why not?
The Miami Heat. I'm such a Heat fan.
Yeah?
I'm a huge Heat fan. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what about you? These are the
Kansas City Kings, if they were still around.
big Kansas
Oh, Warren.
All right, guilty as charged, Jennifer Lawrence had an interview with Vanity Fair where she was asked a series of questions while being attached to a lie detector, and she was caught in a lie. The question was, do you tip well?
Nice.
And her response is one you're just gonna have to see for yourself.
Do you tip well?
Yes.
More than 15%?
Yes.
More than 20?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, like when it's appropriate. Yes. Oh, geez. Oh, God. I'm a bad tipper. Okay. I can't believe I'm rich and a bad tipper. That's heartbreaking. Okay. It's
What? She just got flustered there. Okay, can I just say it with like crappy lighting and everything? She's so frickin'
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Oh my God.
I mean, that skin is flawless.
She's definitely.
Look at us. We're not even talking. We just want to look
We
at
just
her.
want to look at her.
We're all just like, yes,
Yeah, why don't you guys do that to me? You should be here and you should just be looking.
We do. You don't hear us doing it because we're just staring at you.
Definitely crushed.
All right, well, she don't dance no more. She make money moves.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
yeah.
There's always more than one side to every story, and Cardi B is making sure we all remember that. Cardi B is the cover star of Cosmopolitan's April 2018 cover. In a preview of the story, the Bodak Yellow rapper discussed her relationship's cheating scandal, hacked footage claiming it was Offset cheating. It was leaked in December to social media. She addressed those allegations in January, saying she would not be pressured into making a choice on what to do in regards to her relationship. Cardi B reaffirmed her previous public statement in Cosmo, saying, "I know I could get any man I want, any basketball player, football player, but I want to work it out. I want to work my business out with my man, and I don't got to explain why." She then went on to suggest that the entire story had yet to be told, saying, "It's not right what he did, but people don't know what I did, because I ain't no angel."
Oh.
I love her so much, but it's none of anybody's business. All right, from provocative picks to a surprise Congress run, we've got a lot more coming up. Don't go anywhere.
All right, welcome back from nasty crossovers to provocative pictures. There were a number of trending stories taking the internet by storm last week, and some will go down in history.
Here to give us a recap on some of the most talked about stories is social media correspondent Danielle B. Danielle, I heard you had a tough time narrowing it down this week.
Hey, Danielle.
I did. There were so many stories that are still the topic of conversation, starting with some scandal. It seems like leaked nudes are becoming a thing, trending all over Instagram and Twitter last week, where ladies losing it over Nicki Minaj's ex, Safari's nudes. We're not sure how the nudes got leaked, but women went into a thirst-fueled frenzy after seeing what Safari is working with. We obviously can't show it to you here, but we can show you just how some women and men can't stop talking about the pictures. That's got them digging back into their memory bank to rehearse Nicki Minaj lines from her old albums. Lon the Celebrity tweeted, "How is Safari doing today? Did he eat? Is he getting enough rest?" While another woman wrote, "Safari is most definitely from Wakanda. Wakanda forever." So this is what Nicki Minaj was laid up with every night for 10 plus years? It all makes sense. The Love and Hip Hop star hasn't commented yet on who may have leaked the nudes. And Serena Williams' husband is making the tennis superstar's return back to work after giving birth a little bit easier for her. Her husband and Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian had 4 billboards put up along a major road leading into Palm Springs, California. And of course, it was trending all over social media. The billboards consisted of 4 giant images of their newborn daughter with the caption, "Greatest mama of all time." Palm Springs is where Serena will compete this month. Can you say greatest husband of all time? Or maybe you can say relationship goals. Switching gears, as the debate over gun control continues following the Parkland school shooting, some companies are changing the way they do business, and it was trending on Facebook. Dick's Sporting Goods, the nation's largest sporting goods retailer, will no longer sell assault-style rifles like the one used in Parkland. Dick's CEO, Edward Stack, spoke to CNN about the decision, and here's what he had to say.
Assault-type rifles, high-capacity magazines, and a few other things. And our hearts went out to those kids and to their parents. And everybody talks about thoughts and prayers going out to them, and that's great. But that doesn't really do anything. And we felt that we needed to take a stand and do this. The hunt business is an important part of our business, no doubt about it. And we know there's going to be some backlash. We actually sold the shooter a shotgun in November of last year.
It's important to note that the gun the shooter bought at Dick's was not the same gun used in the school shooting. Walmart is also following in the footsteps of Dick's Sporting Goods. Walmart says it would no longer sell firearms and ammunition to people under the age of 21. The company will also remove products resembling assault-style rifles from its website, including non-lethal airsoft guns and toys. And Clueless actress and former Fox News commentator Stacey Dash is running for Congress. Dash, who's an outspoken Republican, filed paperwork last week in California's 44th District, which has a long history of Democratic representation. The district includes the city of Compton and North Long Beach. Dash sparked controversy 2 years ago when she criticized the Oscars So White movement by calling the boycott ludicrous and said there was no need for Black History Month. She has not publicly issued a statement about her run for office, but she teased the possibility on social media last month. She'll also apparently be using the hashtag #DC to spark her social media campaign, while many of us will be using the hashtag #ByFelicia. And trending in sports news was the nasty crossover that NBA fans on social media had a field day with. James Harden put Wesley Johnson in timeout with a devastating crossover that will be talked about for years. The play came at the end of the first quarter, with the Rockets already dominating the Clippers in Los Angeles, which makes it even worse. Harden made a hard step towards the basket, pulled back, and left Johnson embarrassed on the floor. Harden stared down Johnson for a moment before hitting the three. It was completely ruthless and downright disrespectful. As you can imagine, Twitter lost it. But here is what Harden had to say after the game.
Gotta ask you about that cross-up on Wes Johnson there. What's going through your mind? How much fun was that?
I feel good, man. I've been in my bag all year, so it was just one of those moves where I had to make him dance a little bit and made the shot.
Thanks, James. Guys.
That will go down as one of the most disrespectful plays in NBA history. It was so bad that Johnson wasn't even mad. He just smiled and accepted his fate. And of course, Houston took the win, 105-92. So Anna, Warren, George, what were some of your favorite stories?
The naked pictures.
I can't believe he got away with superimposing his face over my body.
I know, right? It's so rude, because I was looking and I'm like, that's your tattoo, those are your abs. I've seen them. I've seen them.
Super tan.
All right, before we go to break, we want to say hello to our Instagram fan of the week, Jessica. Thank you for tuning in and following us on Instagram, Jessica.
Oh, we love you, girl.
And we appreciate every one of you who do. And if you want to be our fan of the week next week, it's easy. All you have to do is follow us on Instagram at dailyflash.tv and make sure your page isn't private. Who knows? Maybe next week it'll be your picture up there. We'll be right back. Coming up right now, this just stinks. Taiwan goes into crisis mode with a toilet paper shortage. Oh no. Plus, Kim Kardashian is getting backlash with her latest magazine cover. But then again, it wouldn't be the Kardashians without some sort of controversy. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Warren Wright. Please say hello to my co-hosts Anna Kikosas and George Diaz.
Hello.
And can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
I'm waiting for an answer.
I was like,
Yes.
As if we
May
could
I?
stop you.
Can we develop some kind of exit strategy for Kim Kardashian?
She needs one, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like one of those really sad cases of an aging reality TV person, not even an aging actress, of like, you know, with the makeup
still
like this
posting
and
sexy pics in front of the mirror.
Hashtag doesn't America deserve better?
Yes. Well, I don't know, because America has embraced it, and then there's
true.
no accounting for taste around here. There really isn't.
But it's like, don't worry about it, because even when she gets old enough, you still got all her younger sisters.
Yeah, that's true.
To like follow it up.
And the momager never ages. I mean, she's had so many facelifts, her belly button is like right here. You see it. She can't wear low-cut blouses anymore.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was like, the peculiarities of
Is that why she's always wearing
facelifts.
turtlenecks?
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Learn something new every day. All right, well, Russia flexed its muscles unveiling new invincible nuclear weapons. President Vladimir Putin drove home the point by playing a video that appeared to show those missiles, which he said could hit almost anywhere in the world, striking Florida. Well, that's just great. We're here in Miami. The video simulation showed multiple nuclear missiles traveling across the globe and through space before showering down on southern Florida, where President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort happens to be. The footage of Florida being hit was recycled from a 2015 video created by the Russians. In his speech, Putin said, "The West has been ignoring us, but no longer," he warned. I want to tell all those who have fueled the arms race over the last 15 years, sought to win unilateral advantages over Russia, introduced unlawful sanctions aimed to contain our country's deployment. You have failed to contain Russia, he said. This is kind of like out of what, Fatal Attraction?
What it
You're not going to ignore me, Dan.
Yeah. I woke up, you weren't there. I hate that. Here's my rabbit. No, I think that a lot of this has to do with still, sour grapes from the Cold War. Like, now we are at a different place. Before you used to tell us, tear down that wall. You don't get to tell us what to do anymore.
Well, I think, he's mad because, it seems like he owns Trump, but then Trump's not doing his bidding.
Right.
Because Congress won't let him.
Yeah.
So now he's just like, all right, I'll take another approach.
Can you imagine that conversation, though?
Like, I
I will
told you.
release the
times.
videos of that woman in
Yeah,
the golden
uh-oh.
showers.
Golden shot. No, I think it's like what you said. He thought maybe he was going to run into a different type of, situation when Trump got into office, and then it just hasn't been what he thought it was.
Right.
And I guess to Trump's credit, I guess in that sense, right?
Well,
Because
Putin, it hasn't been good for us either.
Not to Trump's credit, because Congress wanted to pass legislation that would impose sanctions on Russia to punish them for interfering in our election, which every national agency and protection says they infiltrated ours election.
Yeah. But that's directly tied.
But
so
then Trump
obviously he's not going to do
won't
that.
impose the regulations, the sanctions.
Of course, because then it would delegitimize what he did, how he got into office.
Right.
He's not going to do that. But come on, he has to protect himself.
Oh, because the way he got into office is legitimized at this point.
I mean, what I'm saying is that it would be,
Is it legitimate? Is it legitimate?
It's totally legitimate, guys.
Right.
It's super legit.
He's got the best words.
All right. Well, across
He's the best
Taiwan's major city, consumers are in a near panic over a shortage of one of modern life's basic necessities: toilet paper. From Taipei in the north to Tiananmen in the south, retailers are having difficulty keeping it on their shelves, as reports of imminent price increases have sent consumers rushing to stores to stock up on the household staple, which is in Taiwan is actually sold folded in packs rather than as rolls. You needed to know that. Taiwan's toilet paper producers notified retailers that prices would increase 10 to 30%. According to a statement issued by Taiwan's Ministry of Economic Affairs, the price increases stem in part from supply disruptions in short fiber pulp after forest fires in Canada and production problems in Brazil. So when
funny.
you gotta go.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. This reminds me of that Seinfeld episode when Elaine's trying, underneath the thing, and she goes, "Can you spare a square?" And the woman won't give her any toilet paper. And she goes, "Come on, just one ply."
Yeah.
So I bet over there they're like using one ply of one square just to make it last.
Man,
Oh.
the fact that they sell them like napkins is weird to me.
That
I didn't
wouldn't
know
work
that.
for Cuban Latin women because we got big butts and we cannot lie.
Oh.
Okay.
But Asian women, they're much more,
Petite. I guess is
and
the word.
delicate. This is a compliment.
I don't know. There's always snowballs.
Yeah.
I don't know
All
what
right.
else you can do. It's
Well,
wintertime over there.
Speaking about big butts that cannot lie, Kim Kardashian may be celebrating her 7th Vogue cover, but not everyone is praising the reality TV star's latest accomplishment in the fashion world. The 37-year-old mother of 3 unveiled one of 2 covers she shot for the March issue of Vogue India, sparking negative comments among readers who felt that a South Asian talent should have been featured instead. Kardashian is of Armenian descent. This isn't the first time the fashion magazine has faced backlash over the famous family. Back in May 2017, Vogue India received similar criticism when they chose Kardashian's younger sister, Kendall Jenner, to grace its cover. Vogue India quickly released a statement defending Jenner's casting at the time. What do you guys think?
I think if she has a background, it's legitimate. I mean, you could say what you want about Kim Kardashian, but if that's where, that's where your family comes from, that's where it comes
she's
from. So you
Armenian, and you know what? At the end of the day, it's about selling magazines.
I was going to say, I'm going to defend her on this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Vogue in America has all sorts of women
Yeah.
of
Of
different
course.
shapes, sizes, and colors.
Right.
What's the big deal?
And hardcover publications are a dying breed, so
course.
they really have to put on the cover anybody that's gonna make it sell.
Does this not remind you of when all the midgets went on strike after the new Willy Wonka movie came
The
out?
small people.
I'm sorry.
We don't say that.
Oh, we don't say that now? I'm sorry. The smaller people got really mad because they
Did
were
they really?
they only casted one small person and then they just CG'd him and made 300 of him to make all the different
wow.
workers
Yeah, but that's
in
an
Willy
They
Wonka.
do
artistic
that.
choice.
They do that to.
That's
full
an
grown.
artistic choice.
But they got mad because they were like, you know what? There's only a little bit of work for us, and you took probably
Right,
one of the
that's true.
biggest
That's
movies that
true.
we had lined up.
Yeah.
sad.
It is
Yeah,
sad.
that
It's
is
Hashtag
sad.
sad.
Hashtag very sad. Well, you know what? I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything else because of what I just said about it.
No, you know what? Listen,
Small people.
we're living in a world where it's very, very hard to not say something inappropriate because
Yeah.
it also keeps changing,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Because, you know, if somebody...
But now you know, and everything's
Now
good.
you know, exactly. Like I heard somebody yesterday, seriously, and you know that my boyfriend is Jewish, and he said, somebody said, Jew them down, like make them
my
whatever.
God.
That's stupid. You don't say that.
And he goes,
That's-
that is so rude. I'm like, oh my God, that is so rude. I didn't realize it before.
That is very rude. I hope I don't say anything like that. Well, guys, Daily Flash is coming right back talking about wedding season and much more.
It's wedding season, and that means brides are looking at all their options to make sure that special day looks spectacular.
A top concern is finding the right bouquet. It's the ultimate feminine statement. We've got some pictures to show you. We want to make sure you see all this great video. It identifies the bride's choice of colors and sense of style. Joining us today is one of Miami's top florists, who is also a certified wedding planner, Christopher Plaza. Thanks so much for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk bouquets. Not every bouquet is right for every dress, right? And sometimes they're super expensive. Is there something that can be more economical for brides?
Yes. So the key to having an economical bouquet is all about flowers. Okay. Now, one thing that I see a lot with brides is that they go on Pinterest, because you know the first thing you do is you go on Pinterest.
Yeah.
You know, engagement season just ended, so the first thing you do is you go on your Pinterest board and you look at all these beautiful bouquets. Now, what you see on Pinterest is the best of the best.
Right.
So you're gonna see expensive flowers like peonies and garden roses, like the Juliets here.
And why are they so popular?
Because they're beautiful. I
Yeah.
mean, and they're also rare. They just make the bouquet stand out. They make you stand out. But those are the flowers that are gonna cost you. Those are the flowers that are gonna make your bouquet a lot more expensive. You know, so the trick is the flowers that you choose. So choosing like a hybrid rose like this one, which is really, it's
Which
not
one?
any, it's the red here,
Okay.
which that's why I chose the red, so you could really see just the red. And it's not anything special. It's a hybrid, but it's not super expensive like the other flowers
This
as well.
this is like a perfect circular one, little bouquet.
Yes.
This is the cheaper
Yes,
flower.
this is the least expensive. I have
Okay.
my beautiful model here, Tatiana, which will be modeling my
Here
bouquet
comes the
here.
bride.
So this is a little bit more of a traditional bride. This is what, you know, bouquets used to be, and now they're
Yeah.
transforming and
gorgeous.
they're
It really
bigger. So
it's
one's
kind of timeless, right? It
Yes.
never looks bad.
And
It's
I
still
love
in.
red roses with a white dress. I
Yes.
love that look.
It stands out. It still has the greenery that's very in, but it's a lot less expensive than these two here.
Right.
Okay.
This could cost you from like $150 to $250 depending on the floral designer.
Wow, really?
So yes, they take a lot of time. What people don't understand is like the bouquet is one of the most important. Actually, to us, it's the most important flower arrangement in your wedding because they're in all the pictures. You're carrying
that's
it
a good
around all
point.
day. We take a lot of time because we want it to look flawless. Like we want our beautiful bride to look flawless.
And so for 2018, that's really big, having all this greenery.
Greenery is in.
I
in,
love
in,
greenery.
in, lots of
Yeah,
greenery.
and just like a little bit more rustic, right? Because I've seen now a lot of wedding cakes are only partially frosted, where you can still see
The naked cakes.
The naked cakes they're called, and they're really cool. So would you also, like, let's say you really want peonies, you would just put maybe 1, 2, or 3 or something in an area that's very prominent, and then use other kind of things to
Yes. So this is a good option for like your middle type, like $250 to $350 bouquet.
Mid-range price, okay.
Mid-range price. $250 is usually the amount you want to expect to pay for a good bouquet. So here we have this one. Cascading bouquets are in. Just a little lower so they can see it.
Wow,
There it is.
okay.
Very in. It
I
has the
get it.
cascading. We have the garden roses, which are also high-end flowers. We have the regular roses here. Lots and lots of
Let
greenery.
me have that other
very beautiful.
bouquet, because I'm always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Well, today you get
I just
to be a
want to
bride.
pretend.
Well, I'm
Come
always
on,
a
Warren,
floral
let's
designer,
pretend
never
we're
the.
gonna get married.
And then this is our highest end.
Okay,
bouquet.
this is the big
This
one.
is the one that is gonna cost you. So we have this here. We're gonna put this back.
I'm gonna help you out
I'm
here.
keeping
Yeah,
this
sure.
for now.
Do you want to be a bride? Is that it?
No, I'm just trying to help you here. This
So
is big.
yeah, it's big. It has super expensive.
God, it's
but you see
beautiful.
the transformation in her look. She has a very simple dress. You know, her hair is simple, very pretty,
Gosh,
and
that's
this bouquet
gorgeous.
just makes her look like a bride. When she walks in, it says, "Hey, I'm here. I'm getting married. This is my day." All the beautiful flowers. We have all these flowers are very high end, very beautiful. Now this could be from $350 to up. higher.
You know what I
for
love?
the-
Like higher than like
Yes.
500
Depends,
even?
depending on the floor designer also.
Right.
You know what I love about this? It's like kind of like studied negligence, right? It looks like you picked wildflowers in the
Yeah,
most perfect
yeah.
garden in the world.
Yes.
It's just
a good point.
incredible. And it's also good if it's like a pregnant bride, you know? It's like we're covering up
Yeah.
a little bump.
If you're hiding it, you're like, oh no, I don't want anyone to
Shotgun
know.
wedding.
Right, exactly.
So let me ask you this. You made an interesting point. If it's like a casual beach wedding, then you'd want to go for a real, and you're like a casual dress, then you want to go like a more formal bouquet?
Exactly. And also think
Okay.
about if you are a bouquet girl, you want the flowers, think budget-wise with the dress. Spend a little less on your dress. You're wearing the dress, don't let the dress wear you. And then hold that beautiful bouquet and have that be the statement.
That's a
like
great
a
point.
beautiful headpiece like this one. It would also be nice if there were colors in there and just to, because for me, for floor designers, we're always working with white. Brides want white, white, white. But what I feel is that these colors stand out.
I
It
love
makes
it.
it look very bridal, very grand. She looks like a bride. Even
I
with
love
this
it.
beautiful little
Awesome.
summer dress, she looks like a bride.
I'm not
Christopher?
going to throw the bouquet, but I want to.
Yeah, you're gonna need an arm to throw that one, that's for sure. So, okay, from flowers on the big day to choosing the perfect wedding dress, Daily Flash returns with more wedding preparation. You'll be back, right? All right, welcome back. We were just talking to Christopher Plaza about the perfect bouquets, and he's sticking around.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
great.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be talking about picking the right dress, okay, for your wedding. It's a big deal. It's all about the dress, right? The dress sums up a woman's style and who she is. The dress means everything. And it's the one thing you can guarantee everyone will have a comment on and discuss after the wedding, good or bad, right?
Yes, very
You always
true.
hear that. So, was it a home run? So we're going to take a look at wedding dresses and try to figure out what's good for your body type and your budget, the latest fashions, and the best looks. Christopher Plaza is back with us to look at the very hottest trends in wedding dresses.
That's right. Thank you so much for joining us, Christopher. What are your top picks and why are they so special?
Yeah.
Well, I have a few different ones.
Okay.
I think it all depends on the bride. We have our classic bride, we have our over-the-top bride, we have our simple bride, so it really depends on the bride.
Okay.
Right.
The important thing to remember is wear the dress, don't let the dress wear you. So you want to look like a bride and you want to look beautiful. You don't want your dress to look beautiful. You're not a mannequin.
Right.
So
Right.
it's really important to try different styles, I've had so many brides try on a dress and they say yes to the dress they never thought they'd want. So I think that's the
That's
main
the first
thing.
key.
First
All right,
thing.
so you picked out some dresses for us to take a look at.
Yes.
We'll bring them up, and then you can comment and explain why they work and what age group they're for, and
Yeah, that's a good question because for example, if I get married now that I'm 30, okay, I'm not 30, I'm 35. Is it okay to still wear like a white dress, or am I supposed to wear like, Ivana Trump that got married in yellow, years ago?
Well, no. The thing is, nowadays, there's no rules to weddings.
Yeah.
I think my advice, if you want to feel comfortable, is wear a wedding dress that you want to wear. Maybe don't wear a veil, so you don't look
Right.
so virginal.
Okay.
But
Makes sense.
other than that, I would opt for flowers, a headpiece, but I just wouldn't wear the veil. But even then, if you wear the veil, it's okay. It's your wedding day. At the end of the day, it's about the love. It's not so much about what people think. It's all about how comfortable you
How you
feel.
comfortable you
Okay.
feel in it, yeah.
Well, let's bring up a picture. So we can start taking a look
Oh,
at stuff.
wow.
Okay, this looks like a fairy tale wedding dress, right?
Yes. So
Who's this for?
So this is for someone who, it's good for someone who's maybe a little more voluptuous. If you want to look nice and thin, that skirt is gonna make you look your waist look really tiny.
So it's for a full-figured woman?
It can be.
It can
I
be.
mean, it's
Or for a curve,
Curvy,
somebody that has
shapely.
a small waist and
yes. Well, if you don't have a small waist, it'll definitely make you look like you have a small waist because it has like the corset. It's simple. The belts are always
very slimming.
very slimming. It's perfect. That dress, I'm not sure exactly how much that dress is, but you can get that a lot more inexpensive, a dress
Sure.
like that, and just get the belt. The belt might,
Okay.
be a little bit pricier.
But that's a great tip.
great
Cycle another
option.
one.
What else do we have?
So that's similar to the last one, but this one's a little bit more over the top. This is for someone who's a little bit more princessy, a little bit more fun, maybe a little bit of a younger bride. And, you know, it all depends on the style of your wedding. And, you know, if you're having more of a modern wedding, this may not be, you know, the style dress that you choose, but this will also look good on someone, pretty much on anyone, you know.
I see why you think that's for a younger person.
Yes.
I get that.
Yeah,
Next one.
I like that. All right.
Let's go. Come on, let's see them. All right.
I love that. See, I'd wear that.
Lace. So everything is, like the style now is a lot of lace, a lot of embroidery. The sleeves are in. They're definitely coming back with a comeback, and this dress is a little bit similar, but this is, you know, different. You know, with the sleeves. If you don't like showing your arms very much, this is a perfect dress for you.
So that like all age groups could wear that
And the
one.
color is not white, stark white.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Oh.
Ba, ba,
So
boom.
this is my dress. No, I'm just kidding. No, but this is probably the one I would choose.
have that on my Pinterest, just so you know.
Actually, this would look amazing on you because you have the body for it.
Wow.
Again, try it on. This has it's a little sexy, but then it also has the sleeves, so it's not too sexy.
revealing.
It's beautiful.
I'm sorry, it's almost too sexy. Whoa, what's going on here?
So the back of the dress is the thing now. I mean, this is like a mermaid style dress.
Wow.
This is someone who's over the top.
Okay.
Again, for a dress like this, you want to opt for like more simple accessories. Again, with the bouquets, you want to more
Thank
simple.
you so much. There's lots of
That's
ideas to
amazing.
think
I
about.
love that.
All right, we're gonna have a lot more right here on Daily Flash. Stick
That
around.
was very Kardashian.
Yes.
Yeah. Welcome back. Since the beginning, Tito's Handmade Vodka has been committed to rescuing and protecting animals that have come into their lives. The vision of their Vodka for Dog People program is to unite with friends, fans, and partners to better the lives of pets. They see a future in which dogs don't need rescuing at all.
I'm Tito Beverage, master distiller of Tito's Handmade Vodka in Austin, Texas. When I started the distillery, it was just out in this 998 square foot shack. There wasn't anything out there. So it was just me and Dog Joe out there for years. I'd be out there, she'd be, you know, keeping me company, and, you know, I'd have somebody to talk to, and she'd always just be right there at my side.
My name is Beth Belanti. I started helping Tito out about 12 years ago. Back then, you kind of just had to do whatever it took to get the business kind of going marketing-wise. And that is over 12 years now evolved into relationship marketing. It has also become dog wrangling because the rescuing out at the distillery and the culture of dogs at the office here has become something that's led to our partnership with Emancipet.
My name's Amy Mills, and I have the privilege of serving as the CEO of Emancipet. Our mission is to make sure that spay, neuter, and preventive veterinary care are affordable and accessible for every single family. That's what we do. And so that's how we do it. We open new clinics in underserved communities. The big-hearted folks at Tito's would find stray dogs out there all the time. And they would come in, they would pay for animals to be fixed, and then they would take them back and they would either kind of adopt them among themselves or try to help other people, you know, get them adopted. And that kind of formed the relationship. It was really through services.
You know, dogs are very therapeutic, very healing. You know, you've had a tough spot in your life. You have a dog, comes up, is always happy to see you, you know, always wants to come and just, you know, a little petting, you know, and they look at you, they know. You know, if you're stressed out, your dog knows it. You know, they'll come up like, hey man, take it easy there, big boy. Everything's gonna be okay. Like, all right, thanks, buddy.
Vodka for Dog People. That's certainly good.
You know, there's a reason why Tito's has taken off, right? It's a vodka that came out of nowhere and became like a bestseller. And it's like, I really think that when you put something back into the community, it makes a difference. You know, churches grow when they actually do a lot of missionary work. And you know, like small churches that have no money, and they make a commitment to do missionary work, and all of a sudden they become really big churches.
I think
same kind of principle.
I think the popularity of Tito's has to do with the name. First of all, they think it's Latin and everything Latin is better. But besides that, it's approachable, you know? Like Tito. Because this is a new thing they're doing with the
You saying if
Tito's
it was like
for
Gertrude's vodka, it wouldn't be the same?
Huh?
If it was Gertrude's vodka,
Right, it would not be the same.
Cheers to everybody. This